Good morning everyone. Now I was going to share with you how these were made. They're made from using this, which is what we sell. We sell it in 3 metre strips. It's like a silk seam binding. We have got green, blue, pink and white. So I tend to use white myself sometimes, because, or mainly because you can colour it whatever you've got. Now I've got my laser set inks with me, but the thing is with this, it's curled over, and I'm going to show you how to do that. First of all, we're going to cut strips, and you just need small strips, so probably cutting them about every 4 to 5 inches. And we're just going to cut so many. You might want to go back and do more. So I'm just going to do 1 or 2 at a time. Now, I do need a non-stick mat if I've got a spare one. I only use small ones because we sell these. It's a big sheet. But you just need a small one for this particular project. Let's take any excess glue off that's already on there. Like I say, we sell, they're extremely durable and strong. They last a long time, and we sell them in the shop. So what I'm going to do is, let me just see. We'll do like a light lavender kind of thing, and all you need to do, it comes out pink. Just colour them. You could spray them if you've got sprays. If you haven't got sprays, food colouring, cheap enough to buy, water, get some bottles and do it. You don't even have to use a spray bottle, paintbrush will do. There's no excuse, you know. Food colouring, you can get that in every bloody colour these days. Cheap as chips. Shop around. Don't just look at, you know, what's online or supermarkets. Have a good look round, you'll find it. I'll tell you another little tip, and I used to do it until I could afford to buy even a food colouring. You know the normal felt tip pens? Take the felt strip out of the cylinder, cut the plastic and soak that, it's like a fibrous stuff, soak that in water and soak it overnight, and you've got your colour. It's still ink, and then dry it off. There's lots of ways you can do it. So, you know, and ways of saving money. I mean, I do it now if I wanted a particular colour. So, you know, it's not just about saving money, it's being creative. Onion peel. When you've peeled your onion, boil the onion peel in a little bit of water, not a lot. Then you get like an orange autumn colour. Beetroot. If you buy fresh beetroot, take your peel. If you peel it before boiling it, a lot of people boil it with the skins on. That's great, but you'll end up with a colour. Bottle it up and use that. There's lots and lots of ways you can, even greens, the skin of a pea pod. You get a very light shade of green, it's gorgeous. When you no money and you're totally bloody skint and you want to craft, there's a lot of things you can think of. Your mind has to go there, because if you're creative, that's what I mean. Right, so now I did say before that I would dry these off only because they were better to do this with if they were dried. So I'm just going to get my gun thing, and then what I'm going to do is take them all together just like this. It's just an easy way to do it so you're not messing about. Pop that on there, oops. Put your knife in there, oops. And then dry it off all at once. Oh, it's escaped. Make sure it's not quite dry, that one. There you go. Now, what you do with it, wet your finger and thumb, and then you're just going to roll. Keep wetting your finger and thumb. You might want to do it backwards. Like that. And that's all you do. And then you're going to stitch them. That's a little... Has it got an end on it? Some of them don't have bloody ends on them. Oops, here we go. Got one, I think. It's bent, so it's been well used. Okay. Now, I just need some thread, and I'm going to use the silk thread for this. Now, be careful. Don't do too long a piece on your silk thread because it's pointless. It snaps. It can snap. And it can pucker. You know, like... it seems to like knot sometimes if you're not careful. Where did it go? That's it. So just use small amounts. You don't need much for one flower. Right. Now, I'm going to start the flower and I'm going to have the curled over edge on the outside to start with. So I'm going to fold that over and just start to stitch it. And I'm going to make a bud to start with. Again, you're just folding it over. And just stitch it all in. Just a couple of tacking stitches around the edge. Like that. And keep going. I'm just going to wrap that over. You're basically just making a little tiny bud. Like that. Now we've got that little bit. What I'm going to do is to stitch down the edge of this section that's not turned over, so the base of it. Just do a couple of stitches and then keep the tail out of the way and pull that in. Turn it. And then just pull that tight in like that. So you're now starting to develop the flower. Sometimes I do it this way because it's easy. I'm right-handed. And I just do a couple of tacking stitches. Pull it in and then go through the flower. And then come back up the edge and stitch that to the end. And then take, oops, while it's like that, go back through the flower and pull that like that, and you end up and you start to build this little flower that you've got. Now I'm just going to crease it up like that. I'm going to wrap that round a couple of times and then go back through that flower. So we've got this, but I need it a little bit wider than that, so I'm now going to add some more. Attach it again. Now that was my flower bit there, and I needed, I'm just going to cut the end off because it's splitting and I don't want that either. So I'm going to take my needle, go to the end again, fold that down just so it's out the way. Right, and then here's the bottom of the flower. Make sure you've got that away from the bottom. This is your little bottom section. And just thread that back through the stalk. Kind of like the stalk of what you're doing. And then you can thread that back and forth a couple of times just to pin that down. Overlap the bit that's already left from the last bit. And you end up and you've got, it does work, just that I bust my thread. So what I'm going to do is just quickly stitch this in place, all of it, so it's all fastened in. And then I can hold that, carefully wrap that round, like that, and then lock that stitch in, and there you go, you've got your little flower. Now I could attach another one and another one, but I don't want to. What you can do then is, I might need to take that needle again actually. Take some more thread. Sorry, I don't need that anymore. Oops, daisy. Oh, sorry. I can't find the bloody hole. Yep, done it. So, the other way you can do it is you can take a strip, do a complete running stitch. So I've done about 5 inches, 4 to 5 inches. Halfway down, pull that together and go back through it. Like that. Make sure that's tight. Then go down the opposite, the rest of it. Again, pull that in. Make sure it's not done what I've just done and put it over. Like that. Oh! Put it over the wrong way. And then pull the rest of that. And then go back to the centre. And pull it in. And it gives you like a 2-petal, I'm going to turn mine upside down, a 2-petal flower that looks full. You can actually add a third in if you wish. But you see how it looks like it's split that flower? Like that. So they're nice little flowers, and then what you do with that is, I had my bead bag somewhere, and my bead box. So if you get some pearls, you can see that here's a small one, a couple of small ones, I need one more. Of course, I can never get the ones I want. You need 3 small ones, and you can use any colour pearl. I'm just using a plain one. Plain cream. Put your pearl on, stitch through the middle. Oh, that's gone the wrong way. Don't do that to me. That's it. That's it. Hang on, no it isn't. There, I can fix it there. Again, come back up the middle. Take another pearl. And these are great flower fillers. And then I'm going to come up the middle I'm going to take this first pearl like that and go back through the last pearl and bring them three together like that. See? So easily breaks. But there you go, you've got yourself a little flower filler. Now if you're doing the old-fashioned Victorian flowers, they're perfect for them. So you've got that one plus that one, and they look great because you've turned the edges over. Let's see if we can get some more. Now if you want to do the carnation type, let me just see. Sorry, I've got something in my eye. Right, so take another strip. Like we say, it's already been bent over, or turned over should we say, and start at the one end on the flat side. Now I'm going to do two lots at once. So we've got that. I'm going to take this one because it's very similar. You see how we've got that? All you do now is, you can have the turnover inside or out. I'm going to do it on the outside. So I'm turning mine back to front. And then you pick it up on the end. Like that. So I've turned mine back to front. And I'm trying not to break the thread. So I'm just going to gather it all up together and then just sew around the edging. See, like that. I'm just picking up all the bits. Okay. And then you end up with it's kind of like a carnation type. Not sure if you can see that. I'm just going to pin this one in a little bit more. Now, I think what I'm going to do with mine is to go further down the stem, further down the petal, and do it that way. Because I want to bring it together properly. I'm going to go halfway down. I don't want to break the thread, you see. See, like that. But they look great as flower fillers. I know it doesn't look much now, but when you've got your leaves on it and whatnot. Do you know what? I'm just going to finish this one off. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is, I've got, no, I don't want to use those leaves. I'm going to use the normal leaves, I think. Let me find something that I can use. Right, I'm going to take one of these off. See that? And then we'll glue it on. So just put a little bit of glue around the edge. Poke that in the middle. And you've got like your little carnation flower, like that. There's lots of different ways you can do them. Now, I do have some, where is it? Wait a minute, here we are. Right, we've got this one. So I can wet your finger and just do that. And then poke that in there. See? And the great flower fillers. See, like that? Pretty little things they are. And you can do lots of different ones. I think that one needs another one on. But, and then that's like that. I don't know what it is. It's my glue is buggered. Again. Anyway, so I like doing these. I think they're really nice. So what I'm going to try and do is find some more small pearls and finish this off. This might be long enough just to do one more. Hopefully, without it breaking. So you can do it like that. Yeah. I can do another one with it. Do that one. Sorry. I need to do this first. So you pull that in first. So that's gathered. And then you add your second one in. And then again, just find the end. Like that. So I'm just pulling it all together. There. Now I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the bottom of this one because it snaps, and there wasn't enough for me to you know, like start again. I'm just going to leave that to dry, but spread it out like that. So that's obviously had more in it than that one. And so what I'm going to do is put 3 little dots in there, and these are just going to be glued in this time. Like that. So with that and that. Okie dokie. I'm just going to peel that off. That's it. Trim that down. And it's still a really pretty flower filler. Like that. So hand stitched, they can be glued like a carnation type, and then the rose. Right, the other thing I want to share with you is another flower. See, I've just got scraps of things, and I'm trying to, if you've got a scrap of material, I know it's cream satin, but if you've just got a scrap, you only need, oh, I don't know, 6 inches if that per petal. Let me use my other scissors. So, it's just a scrap, as you can see. If you want about 1.5 inches, like that, move that out of the way. We only need 6 pieces. So what I'm going to do now is to cut that in half. So each one about 4 inches wide. Just cut them all together. These are really easy to do. Like that. So just a piece of scrap. Alright. I'm just going to cut them together like that. Fold that in half. I'm going to edge that. Oops. Too thick, I think, for these scissors. So you have 1.5 inches. Get rid of that. Now, what you're going to do, halfway down the side, round that off, and do the same on that side. this is just a scrap piece. You 1, we might only need 5, don't know, we'll see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, take your lighter, burnish the end. Now, twist. Start and burn, twist. Oops. That's all you need to do. Twist, like that. It's as easy as that, okay? Take your needle and thread, and I'm going to use my bigger one for this one. You could sew them all together. I'm not going to do that. I prefer it this way. So, just twist them. Sorry. Put it all together like that. Go back to the beginning. And pull that tight. Okay. That's your first one. Now go to do the next one. Pull it together in your fingers, and then you go back to the beginning of the second one. See, like that? And give that a stitch. So then you go to the next one. Remember, keep it pulled together here. And you're going to go back into itself. We'll pull that in tight. And then pull that. And then go back into the first petal. So you've 3 like that. And then underneath, just do a couple of tacking stitches. Okay, cut, tie a knot again. And just do the other 3, exactly the same. And it's the way you've put your petal together to how your flower's going to look. And you'll see that in a minute. So for newbies, these are easy to follow. They make beautiful flowers and no one would ever guess that you're new at making flowers. So we've got that. This is the flatter one, so I'm going to use this one. Sorry, I'm just going to do that. Alternate the petals, and by that, for those who don't know, because some don't know, is you put the top petal in between the bottom petal. See, like that. Oh, gorgeous. And then what you can do is add in some, you can either do pearls or you can use stamen. Now I've got some stamen I want to use. Oh, that's not the stamen I want it to use. Well, I suppose we can use these. No, I don't want to use them. I want the bigger ones. Sorry, you just have to bear with me while I find them. I have some somewhere. Yes, somewhere. Ah, these are the ones I want. Just bear with me. Like I say, we do sell all of these. Sell these in different colours: gold, blue, cerise, red. You know. So just put one in there. Turn that one around, stick that one in there. And then the last one, spin that around there, and there you go. They make a gorgeous wedding flower as well. Easy as that. Hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching. Take care and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.